Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Now in this video, I'm basically just going to be explaining the business model that allows me to generate $100,000 a month with my online business. Now in case you don't know who I am, my name is Ethan Bayless. I run an OnlyFans management agency. Now in case you don't know what an OnlyFans management agency actually is, I'm just going to explain it to you very simply. All we do is we reach out to pre-existing OnlyFans models, so creators who are on the platform, and we offer to help them promote and manage the services that they offer on the OnlyFans platform in exchange for a percentage fee of the total earnings that they generate with their OnlyFans account. Lots of people see these OnlyFans models making that ridiculous sums of money online, and not many people have realized that there's actually a way that as a male or as someone who doesn't want to actually do OnlyFans yourself, you can get involved behind the scenes and make OnlyFans money without doing OnlyFans yourself. And when people hear about this opportunity, there's a lot of excitement because everyone realizes how much money these OnlyFans models are making. You may see them on social medias with their, fast cars, expensive jewelry, doing crazy stuff. That's because OnlyFans is an absolute gold mine. It is ridiculous how much money some of these models are printing for literally just pictures of themselves, which is a product that they create for free. Literally as simple as taking a picture of themselves. They can send it out to 1,000 people. 1,000 people pay a few bucks to see that image, and then they can rake in some money that way. And they can also upsell and offer lots of different services on OnlyFans. And there's a worldwide audience at their fingertips. So never before in history have you had a model, so a good-looking girl who's been able to just post online and been able to create a free product, distribute it to thousands of different people who are then that easily able to just spend money on the creator. The business model makes sense and people can understand why it's such a lucrative business model. And there are guys out there who are willing to spend hundreds of thousands, if not millions, within these model accounts in order to just be able to message them and to have a bit of a connection with them. There's some ridiculously rich people out there who just don't care. They don't get any intimacy regardless of how rich they are. And they're just willing to basically fork out a ton of money to interact with these models that we manage. Now, I got started with this business model relatively early. I got started with it 4 years ago before anyone actually ever heard of OnlyFans management. And before there were actually that many people in the space, I was one of the first people to actually talk about OnlyFans management online on this YouTube channel. You can scroll, you can have a look at our old videos. And as you can see, we've been posting for a while. So I've been doing this OnlyFans game for 4 years now, and we have worked with some of the top adult creators. So we worked with some of the top porn stars, we worked with some of the top Instagram influencers, we worked with some models on reality TV shows. So we worked with a whole plethora of different OnlyFans models from different backgrounds, and we have lots of experience when it comes to being in the trenches, in their account, promoting them, and managing the OnlyFans account itself, as OnlyFans is its own platform with its own built-in features such as live streams, DMs, pay-per-views, sex and sets. So these models are coming into this platform as a beginner. They're not really sure exactly what they need to do. They don't have much business experience. They don't have much experience with marketing. All they have experience with is maybe just taking pictures of themselves and looking pretty. So when they come to us, we help fulfill the gap that they need in order to start making in and start raking some serious cash in. And we do that through promoting them on platforms such as Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, dating apps. And we basically just help them market and promote themselves to lots of different male audiences. And then we have them come in, they subscribe for a small fee to the model's OnlyFans account. And then we have chatters, so virtual assistant chatters who are installed inside of the model's OnlyFans account, who speak to these guys and sell content to them 24/7 every single day. So these guys can always just log on, send a DM, and there's going to be someone who responds to it, selling them content. It's as simple as that. And it's a really lucrative business model because in order to chat to these guys, it's not a real technical skill. There is an art to it, but we're able to employ some people from cheaper countries who are able to come in and chat and sell the content that the models already created. And they can then just sell it in a particular narrative, which is going to allow us to make the most money from the subscriber. So it is a well-oiled machine. We have a predictable system to sign these models. We can reach out to them on different platforms such as Instagram or Twitter. Reach out to them, say, hey, you'd be great to work with as part of our modeling agency. Would you be up for a free call where we can just hop on and we can see whether we'd be a good fit in order to actually help you promote your OnlyFans account? Once we've done that, we then hop on a call with them. We then onboard them in the agency. So basically help them out when it comes to the content creation, sending them over some content creation packs, helping them with the reporting, helping them understand what they need to do to grow on OnlyFans. So consulting them on what they actually need to do to help them grow. And then we just help them promote by having virtual assistants to promote them on platforms such as Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, dating apps, stuff we talked about before. And then also installing the chatters in the account to sell their content. So all the model needs to do is just create content. Now, a question that I've got a lot when running this business is, why would the model choose to work with an agency? Why would the model just not work with just by herself? If it's that easy and they can make that much money, why would they bother working with an agency? And that's because OnlyFans isn't as easy as it was. It used to be ridiculously easy, years and years and years ago. However, the game's changed. It's a little bit more competitive now. So the model needs to have some prior understanding of marketing and sales in order to actually do well on the platform. There's a lot of different things that need to be handled. So the model would have to be chatting 24/7 in her OnlyFans account to these horny guys day in, day out. The model's not particularly going to want to do that. The model would also have to be promoting herself day in and day out. She'd have to be managing, looking up different strategies for promotion on Instagram and TikTok. She'd have to be promoting herself on all these different platforms by herself. And as well as that, she'd have to be creating content. So it would be a full-time job for the model day in and day out in order for the model to just make 10K a month. Whereas what we step in, we have a team of virtual assistants which are trained on how to manage this agency and how to manage this particular model's account and promote it and selling the account. And then the model can just focus on what they do best, which is creating content. So they can create more higher quality content, working less hours overall, and they can just send that content to our agency, and then we can promote and sell that content for them. So that's why a model would want to work with an agency in the first place. Now, another question I also get a lot is in terms of, what is the percentage fee that you charge as an agency? Now, this depends. So it depends because we primarily work with pre-existing OnlyFans models. So we work with models who are already got an audience on the OnlyFans platform, but that's because we can be relatively selective with the stage that we're at as an agency, as it wouldn't make sense for us to invest our time and resources in a model who's only doing 2K a month when we could be easily out there signing models who are doing 20K a month. So if we're working with a model who's already at 20, 30K a month, then we're going to charge a lower percentage, something like 20 to 30%. If we're working with a model who is less than 20K a month, then typically we charge the model around about 50% in terms of the management fee. Now, if we're working with a model who's fresh at the start, which we do very rarely, but we do it if we have a pre-existing relationship with the model and we know that they'll be very loyal to our agency and they'll be very good at creating content, then in that case, we'd take 75% because it's more of a gamble for us and our agency in order to invest our time, energy, and resources where they would be, we know that we could put them elsewhere into a bigger model account and we can get bigger returns. So that is how much in terms of a percentage that we charge. Now, in terms of how I got started with this business model in the first place, is kind of funny. So I previously ran a few failed businesses. So I tried the other online businesses out there trying to get something successful. So I was in a 9-to-5. I was relatively miserable working this 9-to-5. I knew that it wasn't for me. I knew that I could do more. I was more intelligent than this 9-to-5, and I knew that I could work hard as well. So I Googled how to make money, and it come up with a bunch of how to make money online tutorials, and I came across some blogs talking about different ways that you can make money online. So this is kind of where my entrepreneurship streak started. From there, I tried everything from a finance blog to an SEO blog to an SEO agency to drop shipping to Amazon FBA to affiliate marketing to YouTube automation. I tried all of them, and I never actually saw success with any of them. There's some stuff that I had success with, like drop shipping, but I was making 50k a month. The take home was zero because there was just no profit there, because drop shipping isn't profitable. You need to deal with physical products. You get chargebacks, you get refunds. It's not a profitable business to run. So, I had that 50k dashboard on Shopify, which lots of people would have been looking at like, wow, I made 50k this month. But in actual fact, I was making nothing from that. And then similar with my SEO agency, I was making more money from my SEO agency. I actually had some profit, but it was an absolute headache. Working with the clients was really hard. If you don't know what SEO is essentially helping people to rank on Google. So working with these people to help them rank on Google is really competitive. So it's actually really hard to deliver the service to them. And it takes time to deliver the service as well. Typically, it takes 6 months to help a business start ranking on Google and to start getting some results from it. So it's a very long-term play. So trying to sell someone on this very long-term play is always going to be difficult because people like to see stuff immediately. It's why, for example, weight loss pills, they sell really well because people like to fast track stuff. So that was a problem with the SEO agency, and I just didn't enjoy the clients I was working with. So I quit that agency, and at this point I was ready to give up with the business. After 7 to 9 failed attempts at business, tons of what I thought was wasted money, tons of wasted time, and just in general feeling very down about the whole thing, feeling like I'm not good enough to launch an online business. I was kind of ready to give up. And then I had a female friend who reached out to me and said, look, I'm making some money on OnlyFans, and I know that you have some experience with entrepreneurship. I know that you ran an SEO agency, you did a bit of marketing for that, you did dropshipping, you did marketing for that as well, and you got some experience when it comes to selling. So I wondered whether you could actually you could come on board and actually help me take this OnlyFans thing to the next level. So at this point, I was had my doubts about it. I was thinking, OnlyFans, I'm not sure whether I want to get into that. And I'm not sure whether it's something that can actually make money. I'm just kind of giving up on entrepreneurship at this point. So I decided to have a look through the business economics of OnlyFans management. And I realized that it was ridiculously profitable. And I've tried lots of other businesses, and I never seen a business which had the economics and logistics of this OnlyFans business model. It was fully online. There was none of this like, oh, it's an online business, but you've got to deal with real inventory, because it's not an online business at that point. It was a pure online business with online pictures, and people are willing to pay crazy amounts. They're willing to keep on returning and build habits over spending and talking to these models. And it was just something that you could send out to thousands of people, the exact same thing, and you could just do slightly variations of the product and they would buy it again. So it is a ridiculous business model when you actually think about it. The only issue with it is that it's very competitive. So I decided that, I could use my experience with being in these competitive markets to apply it to this industry, and I could help this model scale her account. So she wasn't doing much. She was doing about a few thousand a month. I came on, took 50% of the earnings. I said, look, we're going to get you up to this amount. Worked, night and day on scaling this account. And eventually I got her, within a few months, I got her up to 20, 30K a month. It was at this point where I knew my life had changed. At this point, I then quit my job, handed in my notice at my terrible 9-to-5 job. I was able to move out of my family home. I was able to start, spending money on watches, fast cars. I was able to actually, start enjoying my life. And it all started at OnlyFans management for me. And it has been a crazy journey, to say the least, where since then we've scaled up, we've signed dozens more models, worked with some of the top within the industry. We turned it from a freelance OnlyFans management service, working with this one model, turned it into an agency, built a website, built a YouTube channel, started promoting it out to lots of other people. And lots of models started getting in contact with us and saying that they also had this problem as well. And they were wondering whether we could help scale them too. And we just scaled up from there. And now we're at the position where we're at, where we're putting in over $100,000 every single month. From there, from this YouTube channel, we had lots of interest from other guys who were interested in what I was doing. And lots of people were DMing me saying, hey, Ethan, I'm interested in how you make your money. I've seen you go into places like Nobu. I've seen you dining at these nice restaurants. I've seen you living a very good life. And I'm curious, what do you do for a living? And they found my YouTube channel where I was talking about OnlyFans management. They said, look, would you be able to teach me OnlyFans management? I'm willing to spend a little bit of money for mentorship. And if you could just help me out, that'd be great. So I wasn't too sure about this whole mentorship thing to begin with. And then I decided that I would give it a shot. So I charged this guy just a little bit of money. He came on for the mentorship program. There was no content, no nothing. It was literally just us hopping on one-to-one calls, me helping him out when it came to promoting and marketing his OnlyFans agency and the OnlyFans models that we eventually helped him sign. And sure enough, he managed to hit 10K a month from the advice that I was giving him. So that's when I realized I stumbled across another business and I launched OnlyFans Millions. And since then, we have had about 42 consulting students inside of our program. And out of those 42 consulting students, we have helped around about 80% of them scale up to $10,000 plus a month. So we have a really high success rate for our consulting program, and we're able to help people actually build a fully online business and make lots and lots of cash. So if you're interested in learning how I make my money, you're interested in getting started with the OnlyFans Millions mentorship program, then feel free to book in a call down below, which you can do by clicking the first link, scheduling in a call. We'll be able to hop on a call and I'll be able to walk you through exactly what the program is, how we'll be able to help you get started with OnlyFans management. And, I do recommend getting started in this business. There's lots of other business models out there, but from what I've experienced myself, this is the easiest business that you can start. So if you failed at any other business, I would recommend giving OnlyFans management a real shot. And when I say a real shot, I mean I recommend getting advice, getting help, getting training, actually committing your all to it. If you're not even getting started with sending DMs to get your first model, or learning about the OnlyFans platform itself, learning about how to grow and scale these OnlyFans models. If you're not fully investing yourself in this, then you're not going to see the success that you're looking for. Like any other business, it requires a lot of work in order to scale it up. But if you really do want to start making some money online, maybe you want to quit your job, maybe you're at university, you don't know what you want to do next, then you need to give this a shot. And I'm happy to help you get started in it. So yeah, I hope you got some value from this video. I hope I've kind of explained the business model very well, and I've explained it a little bit about myself very well as well. So make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, comment down below any questions that you may have, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.